into Radiance, and it paid off big time.
And I mean, even if you're a bad Panda in this game, like just dispelling CK illusions can be, with Radiance going, can be good enough maybe. Because there's not a lot of damage to throw in the Pandas if you have the levels up in the hole. And that's what he's going to be looking for here. So we'll see how well Falcons can play through this Leshrac. They have DK and Lesh for some tower pressure this game. So a lot of tier 1 tower pressure that can come out with an Oracle Hoodwink behind them. Kind of puts Shopify in a position where you can't mess up too much on the map, or you're going to get punished on these objectives. Particularly if Yopaj ever dies. Like, you want this Zeus alive. You want this Zeus to have the classic phylactery Zeus game where he's untouchable, 10-0. That type of position, that's where they want to end up.
30 seconds to battle.
High ground smoke. This is tough.
Caught you in your stubbies, did we?
It breaks, and not able to find the opening. Spotted by the ward now, and this smoke very unlikely to have anything happen now. We're just gonna, I guess, maybe clash for this bounty room. We'll see whether or not Falcons want to take this fight and do potentially 5 without their Dragonite.
The battle begins.
They're going for it. They feel confident, and they are right to do so. Shopify Rebellion are going to back down, and they will give up the 3 bounty runes to Falcons.
And the D-ward for crit. Really nice for him. He's already 4th of the way to level 2. That is going to be big for this lane. It's a hero that definitely benefits from the levels. Rundown action.
Yes.
Nice cheeky play.
Yeah, get a little first blood for RTZ. So, Thealacor, LTP back in time, so Saberlight's not going to be kept out of the lane for too long. And this is a lane you could probably leave the Kunkka alone at some point in time. This is not a particular... It's probably an annoying lane from an harassment side of things, but not very high damage. I have to imagine Kunkka's going to be okay laning against a Dragonite. So we'll see what Thealacor can get done around the map when he chooses to do so.
If you can ever just go to bottom and almost tri-lane this lane, I think it's guaranteed kills for Shopify Rebellion. Like, you have Maiden, CK, Mirana. This is, I mean, just guaranteed chain stun arrow land. Something that Falcons might have to think about. Because, yeah, you're right. You just give this Kunkka some levels. He should be chilling. Maybe he dies, but you might get more out of the exchange somewhere else. You do also have the mid-roll potential. There's no setup there, but this is not a free matchup for the Lesh. Like we've seen some of these other ones. He will get chipped in this lane. So there's roam potential for Shopify in this game.
Thealacor gonna get run down out of position. Something, yeah. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
No, he just got fortunes ended. Way too up in the lane. Get a little lag.
Yeah. Do you know if Skeeter and Saberlight ever played together on the same team?
I don't think so.
It's so weird because I feel like they came up at the same time, and they have been on the same orgs, but I think maybe they've always dodged each other.
Honestly, I feel like they're kind of similar personalities too, a little bit.
Yeah, my thought as well. Yeah,
maybe Skeeter's the more serious one, but I don't know if that says a lot.
yeah.
But that's a really nice kill for them to pick up. I mean, extra levels into Oracle this game are... Ooh, they are juicy. They are real juicy. Not something Thealacor wanted to have happen. And Amar, he's doing pretty well bottom. I mean, he got the lane back. Downside of that first blood for Shopify was Amar pulled the wave and sent the creeps under the tower, so RTZ missed a couple CS and he got the wave back pretty fast, so he made up for it a little bit. Again, his lane is just so damn good, so consistent. And you still think about the all-in kill threat. This is a very scary lane in terms of just getting 100 to 0. But if you can get the lane back like this, you're chilling. You are very chilling under the tower. Brew is one of those heroes that really likes that extra tower regen and armor. He uses it really well. So
good combination of this lane being pulled back and RTZ throwing out that Chaos Bolt, which means he doesn't have mana to work with. Even if he eventually gets that mana and gets Reality Rift, he won't have the mana for both. So I guess he is kind of pushing him back and they'll be able to get the Lotus. between that and the CM, or I guess they'll have another round as another Chaos Bolt goes out.
I like these pokes. I don't know. This doesn't feel that value to me. Like you're running it into Bracer, under Tower, Brew, stick charges, basically back to full. Just not that efficient mana usage for our Tor here, and kind of sucks over the long run. And they're still looking for the pullback here. Really, he's laying back bottom. They're gonna do it for the chase down top. Oh, he got him with the Torrent.
Nice Torrent from Saberlight, and they'll collect that kill on the Oracle, and Theodore manages to jump away from the Breathe Fire from Skeeter. So while the Dragon Knight is going to be totally fine to sit in this lane and such, having these pickoffs on the Oracle, keeping this hero on low experience, getting some more extra experience for yourself, and more freedom for Theodore to make those moves that we were talking about, whether that's going to be mid or it's going to be into the off lane. Looks like he's going to try and secure one of the water runes here for Yopaj.
A refill from Snake. That's going to be big. Fighting it out bottom, man.
Oh, Yopaj really needs this refill, and he's going to get it. Though everybody's going to walk away pretty harmed on the side of Shopify. Arteezy back into it. Oh, the Acorn. They just need one more shot, and Crit gets it. Throws out a blood grenade. Not needed, though. They had a lot more damage in the tank, and Falcons turning this lane into their favor. Amar, full HP with some stick charges to go. That early harassment did not do Shopify Rebellion any favors.
I don't like how this lane panned out for them over the long run. They had first blood here, too. I mean, the lane's going fine, but I think it could have gone better. And ATF's just battling. Dude, the damage. What is happening? He's just walking up and slapping him with this drunken brawler point.
Yeah, man, that's the Amar I know right there. Double bracers, magic wand, an extra branch, no regen, just full on. I'm going to fight you with my just full stat build. And my support will give me any of the regen that I actually need, but the double bracers most of the time will help you pull through. 1 second stun. Amar actually pulls in the Void Brawler to try and decrease the stun duration and get him out of there that much quicker.
He's toggling this Brawler insanely well in this lane. He's getting the crits in on the hits, evasion for when he's getting going on. Void stands for the status resist. Sumail gets ganked. This is the gank we were talking about that can come through because he's getting chipped on the lane. They find it with the Olacore. That's a big find. This is the aggressive roaming that I like to see out of this team. I think this is when they're functioning the best. Maybe it doesn't yield the biggest economic advantage on its own, but I think it just gives them good game flow and momentum, which sometimes can be worth more in the long run. Particularly if you can translate it into wisdom runes. That's the biggest thing.
A much more aggressive team. I think Yopaj compared to Abed, and then the support duo compared to the Shopify Rebellion EG support duo of old. It feels like this Shopify Rebellion is a lot faster of a team. When they hit their timing Frostbite into the arrow, it misses. A kill that should have been guaranteed there, but just does not sync up, whether it's from Arteezy or Theodore to follow up that Frostbite.
They lose their obs again, and Snaking's down here in Invis.
Dire's top tower is
Sitting on Theodore right now. It's not an easy kill. He's got raindrop plus magic wand charges, so I don't think he dies to this, especially with the leaps that he has, but...
This is going to secure that triple range creep coming in for ATF, though, which is what they wanted. That's a move that, if it goes really well for Shopify, they get the kill in the brew, they push in with this triple range catapult. Suddenly you're pushing past the tower, forcing him off a lot of XP, contesting Wisdom Rune. That's what that type of move can look like there. Just unable to connect it. A missed opportunity. They do have Thunder's God's Wrath up as well. You got to keep that in mind. Now clearing through some stacks. Will lose his own mid ward. So knows that they're coming for him, but no real catch here.
They really gonna go for this one. They're going to get... Oh, that barely missed. Immediately the save from Snaking, but they pounce in the Oracle. Now, Theodore out of leap charges, so Sumail is likely to run him down here with the last bit of mana that he's got. He will manage to get that kill, but 2 for 1, collecting on both the support kills. They attempt to go on the Dragon Knight, and it just actually creates an opening to go for the supports instead.
Extra gold to Sumail, though, who's leading the pack. This is the hero that Falcons want to be strong. We're going to have to keep that Zeus vision in mind. That is one tool versus the Oracle. Like, Zeus is pretty bad versus the Oracle in a static fight, but if you can catch him with the ult, get the vision, and allow other heroes to get on top of him with some extra burst damage, it can look really good. That was a very strong torrent there from Saberlight. Like, if he doesn't clip both, could be a very different exchange for them. But just nice spellcasting around from Shopify. Get most of what they came for there. So you're looking at this Leshrax positioning right now on top of a haste rune. He is looking quite happy in this game. Gonna try and find Arteezy down here, his old pal. Says, I know your farming habits better than anybody in the world, son. For better or worse, I know where you are.
Sumail banked a couple of his TI runs on those farming habits and found the TI win without him. And they're going to catch Arteezy underneath this tower. Rotations from Shopify are going to come in a little bit slow. Arteezy trying to do what he can with this Phantasm, only delays the damage so much. Yopaj TP's in late and will be maybe caught as a result. A haste rune on Sumail. He's close enough that he can actually pounce on this. They hit the follow-up stun, split earth, burnout. Zeus is dead. Man, that is rough.
That's a super heads-up play by ATF, though, to get that chase down. Mega value out of this Brewmaster ulti. The 1 and the 2. For 1 Brew ult, and you're going to get the tower as well. I mean, it's going to get denied, but if you get out, you're happy.
Shopify not able to close that distance. Falcons just maintain 1 step ahead of them. Now they're going to keep going and catch up to these heroes eventually. Is it worth it this far out, though, without the Chaos Knight? And immediately proven that it's not. A simple Fate's Edict will cancel most of Kunkka's damage, frankly. It's very, very telegraphed. There's, the follow-up is going to be on that hero, like the arrow. So anytime they just go for a single target like that, Snake King's going to be able to stop the damage.
Costly move for Saberlight. Just got nothing off that. Gonna have to gate back top. A lot of time wasted. Yopaj dies down there as well. Another Zeus ult is up. Generally, you want to try and use these in the early game.
Sneak back from behind, blow up the Crystal Maiden. And the same damage returned to Hoodwink isn't nearly enough.
Falcons finding these little openings in this early game, putting them in a solid position. Again, they just want the Lesh and the Oracle to be as strong as possible. That's going to be the brunt of their team fight here. But they're finding farm on everybody. I mean, they're mega happy. They got this D-Bob's bottom off that play as well, which means ATF takes this bottom tower. He's now free farming this whole area, and he is just rushing the Radiance. No boots. He's going to outpace Saberlight here. This Radiance on the Brew is going to come out before this Ags on the Kunkka, which generally it should, but if both heroes are rushing it, they're pretty comparable, I guess. You can melt the pandas with Torrent Storm as well, to some degree.
Yeah. Smoke up Falcons. An early Blink Dagger for Skeeter trying to lead the way. Thealacor breaks the smoke, still gets caught though. Behind the tower, is this fight still okay? Falcons trying to get out. Yopaj can't really put any damage, not enough to threaten these heroes. They get the axe pull back into the boat onto Snake King. He just used an early false promise on himself just to make sure he's good. And Shopify definitely recognizing that they can't overcommit on any one hero that they go on. They just kind of poke and prod and see if Falcons give them an opening. Of course, Falcons a good enough team not to give you that opening. Keep it clean.
They're controlling the tempo of this game right now. Just not giving this early skirmish that Shopify want to get with the Maiden bottom supports. And the Oracle's just playing defensive. It's really annoying. Gets in your head. You just feel like you can't make these moves you want to make. You can't get these fights going. Trying to get to this phylactery on the Zeus and this Torrent Storm, but that's it's just all early magic damage. Which again, if you can't find the Oracle at the start of the fight, these items are not necessarily just going to win you the fight straight up.
Vanish.
Frostbite arrow, crit. Oh, up to the high ground, and he misses. No misses there. Kitrak collects it with a single right click from Crystal Maiden, almost pushing him to level 6. The sad part there is Yopaj used Thunder God's Wrath and did not get the last hit on the kill. Now, this is the hero you want to be able to get last hit on all of these kills. You could speed along to that Manta Shard timing, which just changes the hero entirely. And he could use the extra help after failed the rotation down to bottom lane. He has fallen a bit behind Samael's net worth, almost a full 1,000 net worth behind.
That's just the stacks, man. So many jungle stacks this flesh.
Full buff needed for Saberlight. A lot of HP on this hero, but a lot of damage on Falcons. Can they finish him up in time? It's not going to be enough, and Samael, false promise, going to be given away. Samael's going to be okay for now. Freezing field from behind Kitrak. Really good position. They have to turn around and deal with him, and by the time he's dealt with, never mind. I thought Shopify Rebellion were going to go for more there, but I guess without Phantasm, not feeling it.
I mean, they got Skeeter, so they're happy with that trade. And that Kunkka is the toughest kill on the map with Bogram. That is an insanely high HP build on the early game with Ogre Club into point booster.
Oh, what an arrow from Theolacour. Good snipe there onto crits now. And he gets the leap out from the split earth before it lands. So Theolacour showing up here on land.
Man's monster. Putting on the moves. I think
possibly
Shopify,
the player that is least known on the international stage. Theolacour been around for a bit, and this is definitely one of his best teams that he's been on. Like, the opportunity for him here, he probably has the best opportunity to propel himself into the tier 1 stage than any other team before.
100%. You're getting big lane opportunities with big players. Time to show up.
Smoke breaks. Crit was trying to make a move to RTZ, but instead he's the one found by the support duo. Now, it's not as easy as the kill as last time. Phantasm goes out. Crit still alive. And got a dust on him. Kitrak's going to be run down. Samael too powerful to stop right now, especially with the Oracle behind him. And RTZ doesn't get grabbed by the bushwhack, but it doesn't matter, man. Falcons brought all 5 heroes to this one.
Dire's top tower is
And that was such a clutch dust by Crit at the end of that. Like, the fact he lives there using everything in his kit to try and create the gap, gets out and goes back in and dusts all 3 heroes at the end. I don't think they had any other detection to land there. That was very pivotal. He got that off. Ends up netting them that CK kill with the Mar coming in towards the end of it. And once more, there's just no answer for Lestrak running into these fights. Don't have the damage to bring him down yet because the CK is a little too far behind. Samael just asserting dominance on this game. Now pressuring the tier 1, has the help behind him. Get another power rune for his troubles and a glyph. That Brew Radiance, done.
Yeah, I was gonna say the offlaner timing here, they're both gonna hit their big item at the same time. I do think Amar really wants to be level 12, have that level 2 split, whereas Saberlight, I think as soon as he gets his Ags, he's kind of ready to go and will want to fight as soon as possible. But yeah, we'll see the effectiveness of these 2 offlaners and their big window here that they hit.
Yeah, keep in mind Saberlight went this max Torrent build because he's going to Torrent Storm, so he only has 2 points X. So his catch range is a little lower than it might otherwise be at this exact point. But if he gets to land his spells in the fight, it's going to be incredibly strong. And versus Sumail, continue to pick up some freebies. Bloodstone on top of Kaya, done. He is ginormous, man. He's level 13. Again, like, I almost don't care what the hell else is happening in this game if this man's having such a good game on a hero that's backed up by this Oracle that's also level 9 right now. I just don't see you killing him.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tower goes down. More towers to fall as Skeeter has already popped his dragon form halfway through it, but That is
Radiant's top
enough
tower
time
is under
when
attack.
combined with the Leshrac to be able to take this off-lane tower as well. So this is going to really kick up Falcons' net worth lead. They walk away from just the kills and the fights that have happened with a bit of a lead. Take some towers on top of that.
Radiant's
And they're now up to 4-5K. Spotted Crit, who just laid down this ward while the jump onto Kunkka. It's the boat. Torn Storm ready to go. Is Snaky gonna be able to get here in time? He's going through the
dragged
Torn
away.
Storms, but he can't get there. He got dragged back by RTZ thanks to the Reality Rift. Has to use the False Promise on himself. Still likely to die here. Pretty grouped up though for Amar to maybe clean up here as he has the Primal Split. He's gonna go for the right clicks to finish up Yopaj. He has that kill easily. Nice bushwhack from Crit, getting the +1 on Thealacore. While tossing the Chaos Knight up in the air, they'll deal with the supports. Amar owns this team fight, and he's likely to get RTZ as well. As Skeeter's gonna chase after him, drag a tail up soon. It's not needed, man. This Brewmaster was just way too good. Coming into that tail end of the fight when Shopify has already blown all of their spells to kill Sumail, man, Amar just had a freebie on his hands.
Hip Sumail as if it were Malarine. Says thanks for the team fight, kid. I'll clean it up for you. I mean, it's just easy work for ATF at the end of that. Shopify blew everything to take this Leshrac down, and they barely got him. I think the only reason Snaking doesn't get the save there is because you're walking over the torrents, which ends up slowing you. The zone control is going to be nice. I mean, Torrent Storm is good versus Oracle in that sense. Like, it's real. He just gets so slowed here, and then he gets rifted away. Nice play by Artur. That's what you're looking for if you're Shopify Rebellion. Take this Lesh out first. Oracle has to waste his kit on himself. But then, what do you have left? Your Zeus can't stand in this fight, man. The Brew is just on top of his ass, and there's nowhere to go. You already used the Moonlight Shadow to initiate that. So you don't have it for the disengage. You're not winning that long fight against DK Oracle Brew. So much sustain in this lineup. And this goes back to that draft in terms of, did you answer what the Oracle's doing for this type of lineup? Did you answer the sustain mechanics here with the Brewlings going out versus Zeus? Some of these smaller interactions. It's very difficult to output the damage when Shopify need to. Oh, we have bots up on ATF as well. Man, he's cruising. Absolutely cruising through this net worth. I mean, this is like as fast of a build you can get in terms of just Radiance with no boots into bots first, into Octarine.
And at this rate, Falcons have a free Roshan on their hands. In fact, they're going to it now. Smail's made the call with an Imp damage rune. Makes that Diabolic Edict do a crazy amount of single target damage for this
Radiant's
Roshan.
bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, he's still very strong.
Thunder God's Wrath going out. They had an opportunity to maybe pick off Amar
Is under attack.
while this Roshan was going on, but RTZ actually TP'd down to bottom, is going to use his Phantasm and push out the lane, but they cannot contest the Rosh.
I also like this Mage Slayer pickup on Skeeter. I mean, this used to be kind of the default Dragon Knight build, but I think it's gone out of favor after the Mage Slayer nerfs and opt for just faster Manta, faster Octarine or Ags, whatever build up you want to go. But the fact you bring it out here in a game versus Zeus, a crap ton of magic damage, in a game where you also know you're not likely going to be the guy getting Fate's Edicted, getting Oracle ulted because it's going on the Lesh, it means the extra magic resistance on him just gives Shopify no good targets here. Very, very nice item pickup. He blinks in, he stuns Zeus, he hits him once. You almost feel like you won that fight off that alone.
Dire are scanning.
Big smoke fight. Looking for
His way across
Yopaj.
the map. All he needs to do is just follow up Skeeter's initiation. It's the power of this combo where Skeeter is sometimes willing to take almost a backseat to Amar, allow Amar to be the greedy one. Skeeter gets the Blink Dagger, he gets the stun to allow Amar to just walk his way into the team fight. And as soon as Amar is there, Shopify cannot fight anymore, and they could just run down any heroes that they want.
So obnoxious on the map, dude.
Dire's bottom tower.
Like, he's going wherever he wants. He's max move speed with the haze. Look how fast he is, dude.
Yep.
Status resist the X. This guy's too good, man.
Are fortified.
Too good. Immediately tips over. Saberlight responding with his signature Bing Bong, but they're getting some Bing Bong towers right now. Tier 2 about to fall. Power rune after power rune. I mean,
Radiant's
how
middle
you?
tower
What
has
is the
fallen.
plan here for Shopify? Because at some point in time, it's like they can't just rely on holding high ground because they're matched up against Dragonite, one of the few heroes that makes hitting high ground look like a breeze. You know, he's going to get that Aghanim Scepter. He's going to get to level 18. The Black Dragon combined with Manta. You will take objectives eventually, no matter what the enemy does. It's just a fact. So Shopify need to be able to wrest control of this game. I just don't know how or when they're going to do it.
Too much map control. I mean, there's a gem on ATF now. He's just pushing these side lanes in. He's just boxing between these two side lanes while the rest of the four stick together. Forcing heroes off the map. Clearing through some of the vision. Clearing through the waves. Like, they have to kill this brew. I don't know. He's doing way too much work in terms of just the map progression. Now they're going to potentially get pickoffs on top of it.
Saberlight run down, another kill for Amar as he gets closer and closer to Octarine. And Samael, even though they showed all those heroes in the bottom lane, not afraid to have a poke at this top lane because he's got the Oracle behind him. So if they try and turn around and kill him here, he should have a false promise. He also has an Aegis. They've got plenty of lives that Shopify's single target lineup has a tough time pushing through.
And again, look who's pushing all the waves in, right?
Yep.
It's like, even when Falcons are playing this four-man game and you're just staring at them and nothing's happening, you're losing net worth, you're losing map. Amar is cleaning everything up. He's level 17 now. And I don't feel like Shopify have made a move in 10 minutes.
Nope.
Like, we haven't seen a smoke. They have BKB on the Chaos Knight.
I think this is the part that makes Shopify Rebellion just look like a much worse team compared to some of the rest of the field, is that when they have momentum, they look like a tier 1 team. They look like they can compete with the best. But when they don't, they seem to really struggle to be able to make plays while behind. They're going to go for something here, a smoke that is going to run into Amar in the trees, and Samael completely fearless with 30 seconds left on the clock on an Aegis. He would love to be able to use that one while Arteezy is completely isolated from his team now. Pops a BKB, and he won't be able to get out. He is stuck in that situation. Samael completely cut off any of the reinforcements to that play for Arteezy.
And this is just like, this is the bad side of the Shopify team, you know?
Yep.
Getting this type of game. I don't know if the draft did him any favors. I feel like they gave Oracle a pretty free time, which negates a lot of your move potential, but it just felt like nothing happened, and Falcons just out-farmed you, out-pushed you, or out-scaling you. You don't have any easy targets to go on.
Radiant structures are
Getting away with murder here, and now they're taking your base. ATF is almost level 18.
Hits the bushwhack, forces out some spells.
You're like, what is your damage here?
Yeah, I mean, they're pushing Amar in bit by bit. It feels like the Primal Split is guaranteed if he ever wants to use it. They're still trying to go for him with the Phantasm. They go for Samael instead, but the Bloodstone just heals him up. He uses all those illusions to his advantage. Heals
We're done here.
through the pain. And yeah, Shopify, at this point in time, if you can't get a tidal wave back into the fountain, you might as well call it. And Artur, he does just that.
I don't know. I feel